Staring at the screen, the colors spin. Just a wait screen, where do I begin? This isn't a show, it's just a delay. Still here you are, you decided to stay. It's not a movie, ain't no special guest, just a wait screen, not the very best. Yet you're glued, anticipation's high for the stream to start. Oh my, oh my, oh my. Yes, it's late, we'll be starting soon. In this digital world we croon for the content we've yet to see. On a wait screen, stuck in reverie. Don't you worry, soon it will commence. Right now you're here at my expense. Just a teaser, a colorful jest. It's a wait screen, you know the rest. Patience is a virtue, they say, but this wait screen's making you sway to a tune only time can keep. As you watch, half awake, half asleep. Oh, the seconds tick, but the fun's on hold. The wait screen's tale is getting old. But just hang tight, don't click away. The show will start, come what may. Don't you worry, soon it will commence. Right now you're here at my expense for the content we've yet to see. On a wait screen, stuck in reverie. Don't you worry, soon it will commence. Right now you're here at my expense. Just a teaser, a colorful jest. It's a wait screen, you know the rest. Don't you worry, soon it will commence. Right now you're here at my expense. Just a teaser, a colorful jest. It's a wait screen, you know the rest. Patience is a virtue, so they say, but this wait screen's making you sway to a tune only time can keep. As you watch, half awake, half asleep. Oh, the seconds tick, but the fun's on hold. The wait screen's tale is getting old. But just hang tight, don't click away. The show will start, come what may. The wait screen's tale is getting old. But just hang tight, don't click away. The show will start, come what may. Staring at the screen, the colors spin. Just a wait screen, where do I begin? This isn't a show, it's just a delay. Still here you are, you decided to stay. It's not a movie, ain't no special guest. Just a wait screen, not the very best. Yet you're glued, anticipation's high for Grim to start. Oh my, yes, it's wait screen, we'll be starting late. In this digital world that we create for the content we've yet to see. On a wait screen, stuck in reverie. Don't you worry, soon it will commence. Right now you're here at my expense. Just a teaser, a colorful jest. It's a wait screen, you know the rest. Don't you worry, soon it will commence. Right now you're here at my expense. Just a teaser.
Are we started? Oh, we're started.
Heck yeah! Heck yeah! Same It's 3 separate intros to the same show. We're only running a little behind on. It's okay. Let me start off. I'm going to try this. I wrote something down. Welcome to Mob Rules, your every other week dose of competitive Warhammer nonsense and vintage hobby progress segments featuring all the creative power of a miniature slowly walking forward thanks to the power of AI. I am your host, John, joined as always by
Danny
and
Dickie.
And dude, I don't know about you guys, but if I see another shittily animated miniature walking slowly towards me, I'm going to scream.
You feel very strongly about this.
I do, because, well, on one hand, yes, it is cool. And I'm happy now that I'm a corporate drone. I'm happy we're automating art and not white collar work. But yeah, it's just everyone's like, look how cool this looks, and I understand it's really cool for you to see. And the buy-in is it's a miniature you painted and you created and did all that other stuff. One, don't justify it as it's not theft, because it is. Because even though you just didn't see, Danny feels so strongly about it, he just drops right out. No, that's fair. The animation work is, and then 2 is just there's so many of them, and everyone's like, look how cool this looks, and I'm like, yeah, it's cool. It's kind of like if you go to a dog show, right, and you're asked to judge. Like the dogs, the first couple are going to be amazing, and look how cute that is, and that's super cool. By the time you've seen your 700th corgi, you don't give a shit anymore.
Does that happen to you a lot?
I get asked to judge dog shows.
First of all, you go to a dog show, number one, because that seems like that's something that you do a lot.
You know,
and then when you get there, they go, "Oh, John Quennell from Mob Rules." Would you like to be a judge at our dog show?
It's gonna be like, scratch that.
Such a breed that you've never owned a corgi.
What if I was to take?
What's up?
I'll be like, scratch that. What if I was to take? It's going great, guys. Going great.
Listen, this is an audio show anyway. I don't know why we need visuals.
That's fair. Like, I mean, like,
is
that's
this
great.
visual and at all confidential for Team Canada? Is this something you should be showing people?
No, this is just the pods. Everyone can watch this at some. They did it live.
Are you doing matchups right now?
Smoothest transition I've ever seen, by the way.
I like that it's in front of your face. That's really
Dickie
great.
just throwing all this stuff in front of our face. Hey, WTC's the thing. I know Danny and I are going to talk a little later on about our first ever GW event that we're going to. The Tacoma Open that is this weekend. I'm sure Dickie's going to move that Mob Rules in the chains.
Look at that. Well, he can't see anything.
I can see Pod 4 pretty well. But Dickie is very excited. One, because Canada made some just batshit insane army choices, which I'm excited to talk to you about.
What are you talking about?
And then, Dickie, how many Lancers are in Team Canada?
Well, we got a bulk deal on Lancers, so there's
Nice.
6 Lancers in our team armies.
So I do love that a little bit, though, to be honest with you.
You should love it. It's a beautiful.
Because it's like, what are you putting up first? 3 fucking Lancers. Oh, I don't want that. Let's do that. What's next? 3 fucking Lancers.
3 fucking Lancers. Yeah.
Deal with it. But yeah, the big news this week is all of the army lists have been released for the WTC event that's coming out in August.
Yep.
And on top of that, all of the teams found out who else is going to be in their pod, including what looks like a pod that's just everyone they couldn't fit in, which is WTC pod.
Yeah, there is an explanation, obviously, for that.
because it's 4 to a group, very much like World Cup format, apart from Pod 10, which has France, Italy, Finland, South Korea, Slovenia, and Hungary.
Yep.
Sure. Dickie, what's the official explanation? Is well, if I want to let you continue messing around with that.
Let me. Yeah, I'm just.
You do your stuff.
I'm just slowly doing the worst job ever. Okay, so why is pod 10 a weird 16 pod is basically the question you're asking.
Do they expect some countries in pod 10 to take over other countries in pod 10 and therefore through warfare condense?
No. Well, Israel's in the pod 9, so
Not this year.
Like a Slovitaly.
No, so it's there was 42 teams, I believe, which as many times as they could not get 4s out of that. So instead they decided to make a larger pod 10. So they added the 2 teams that were in there. And what they're going to be doing is they're going to be doing kind of a weird round robin within there. So I think team 1 and 2 will not play theoretically. And it'd just be round robin after the first 2 rounds. So, or that's what I was told anyway.
Was no one brave enough to just tell Cyprus to fuck off?
Well, it wasn't actually them. It was so here. It was Hong Kong and China that were, I think, the last 2 countries, and no one wanted to say fuck off to Hong Kong or China. So
that's fair.
Yeah.
Dickie, could this be solved by adding in like a Team Texas? Maybe
Quebec, you mean? Yeah.
Yeah. A Team Florida, maybe.
Well, they use FIFA rules, so unfortunately, there's no Team Texas in FIFA. Why did they use FIFA rules? I
don't know, Dickie. Really know. Why did this British game system created by Europeans use a system they're most familiar with from sport?
I don't know, John.
Fair.
It's a
question. It is definitely not working, is probably what I'll say. And I don't know if they're going to let other countries in. Maybe they will. Maybe they won't. Maybe they should. So, because it's not European anymore. It's actually from everywhere.
Yeah. I see in WTC Pod 2, there is the United Nations. Does every other nation have to pay them a stipend to stock their armies before the tournament?
Like a tariff?
Oh, Danny,
wait a minute. There's only really one country that's paying that bill. John.
That's the Art of War Patreon.
So, I gotta say, with the U.S. having the highest tier in that Patreon, like, I feel like we should get more of a say in who gets in that team. Maybe make that the unofficial second team.
You get a way bigger travel bill. Well, maybe not as big. I'm sure Australia has to spend lots and lots of money to go to Austria, but yeah.
Nice. Yeah. So the pods we care about here, obviously, is Pod 1, which is the Dickie pod with Canada, where you have Austria, Canada, Wales, and Hong Kong. So, Dickie, you've already said that you didn't want Hong Kong as a part of this because it messed up.
I did not say that at all, actually. Thank you so much for that.
What else do you have to say about your other opponents, and how confident do you feel that Canada can get out of the group stage?
Yeah, man. I think Canada, I think we're pretty happy. This is probably one of the better pods to go in, because definitely if you look at pod 6, Germany, Belgium, Iceland, South Africa, like Belgium is terrifying as a team. Liam VSL's team, some of the better players in the world are on that team. Germany.
Is that why they're a tier below the top tier?
Well, they're a tier 2 team based on their ranking. So I would say pod 6 is terrifying. Pod 8, we've been hearing telltale signs about the Chinese team and how amazing at 40K they are. No one's seen them. No one's heard.
Is there age verification for the players? Or is this a team of 13-year-olds?
It could be a team of 11-year-olds. I don't think there's an age requirement.
Are we doing piss tests here, Dickie? Like,
for drug testing?
A concern?
There is no drug testing at the WTC.
Dennis pissing in a cup to make sure he has the right chromosomes to play 40K.
Anyway, yeah, Pod 8 is pretty terrifying. I
England,
was
Malta, Czech Republic, and China.
what did I say? Yeah. Because China, we've heard so many things about China. And England, obviously a very strong tier 1 team. So Austria comes in at 9th place in their pod ranking. So they're 1 away from relegation, basically down to tier 2. I know they're taking it very seriously. I know that the Welsh team was live streaming this whole pod phase, and they were when they saw us enter, they started laughing about our 6 Lancers. And so well, you know what, boys, Lancers, they fuck, and I hope to show you.
What I think is amazing about Team Canada's choices, what we're referring to is they have an Imperial Night list and a Chaos Night list that both feature 3 Lancers, which is super cool when you're just saying, I don't want to participate in several phases of the game.
Yes, I want to do the charge and fight phase.
I want to do the charge and the fight, and then I want to roll saves and hopefully roll a 4+.
Yep.
Is that one of your night players is going to have an awful time.
Yeah, that's right.
And one of your other night players, the other night player, is going to have to work really hard to have an okay time.
Yeah, so this is called pinning. So we identify the player that does not want to face 3 Lancers, and then we give him 6 Lancers, and he has to choose between Chaos or Imperial. That's what you're referring to. Yes, this is most likely one of the night players will get a good round, and the other one will be the hardest working 10 he's ever worked for in his life.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And Dickie told me specifically bribery is how he decides on pairings for those.
100%.
Yep.
But no, it looks good.
Heard it before.
Pod 10 is still very confusing.
Well, Pod 10 is very interesting for a few reasons. So France was the champion last year. And some people are saying that France has an easier run at the repeat being in Pod 10.
Is that because half of the pod is tier 4 teams?
That is right. Yes, there's 3 tier 4 teams. Yes.
Are those all those tier 4 teams? Are they like co-playing, or are they all their own separate team, Dickie? I guess I'm having trouble understanding this.
They're all
like
their own.
One combination of South Korea, Slovenia, and Hungary as one massive like tier 4 team, or are they technically all their own team?
They're all their own teams.
Yeah,
so
technically.
Technically, South Korea, Slovenia, Hungary, and Finland are all their own teams.
I would just love to see.
But in actuality, they're all the same team. That's what you're saying. Technically, they're different teams, but
technically they're the same team, or different teams, and they're also different teams. Oh my god!
I'm just seeing like Hungary turning up and being, "Excuse me, Mister, is this where we play Warhammer?" And the French guy's like, "If he dies, he dies," or whatever is French for "if he dies, he dies," like in Rocky 4.
Yeah.
No? Baguette wine.
Wine.
Beautiful. Scotland look like they have a tough little pod there with Netherlands, Switzerland, Luxembourg.
Scotland's always so Canada and Scotland. So Canada was ranked 16th and Scotland was ranked 15th. So we're always nipping on each other's heel. I don't know if we've ever played Scotland officially, but I'm super excited to maybe play them. We often end up playing like Italy out of the pod stage. So looking forward to that. I'd love to hand those guys a loss.
Or a draw.
Or a draw. Be more Canadian of us. I am excited. This is probably my last year in okay, with the sound effects. I don't know if
why is that, Mickey?
It's just a ton of work, man. It's 6 months of prep basically to go to the event. And I kind of want to not do that. I would like to maybe do some other things. So yeah,
that's fair.
Whoa.
You want to play 40K and not get mad at others because they want.
Yeah, watch other players play. Yeah.
Imagine spending 6 months honing your craft at Warhammer 40,000 and getting all of the knowledge to help people be the best that they can possibly be while representing your nation.
They don't
And then
listen.
spending thousands of dollars to accompany that team to make sure they are as supported as they can be. So that
And
you
John,
can,
millions of dollars in Canadian.
oh, that's fair. The currency is devaluing incredibly quickly. You've spent $8 million Canadian to go to Austria.
8 million. Yeah.
Sorry, is that $37 roughly? Anyway, I'm getting distracted. Only to just watch people play 40K.
Yeah. No, that's when you say it like that, John, man, oh man. I don't know why I'm doing it. I don't know who told me to do it, but I'm doing it,
Your
and we're gonna
country.
do it friggin' right this year.
You know what? United Nations is always looking for donors. I mean, players.
True. And yeah,
Donor
Donors.
players?
and players.
Oh.
Yeah, beautiful. Any other questions? I'm sure we'll go over WTC a little bit more as it gets closer and closer. I was just excited to hear about the pods after hearing Dickie talk about the 6 Lancers, and that seemed like a pretty good pod.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Dickie, are you nervous about your pod?
No, I'm excited. I think we have really good games into Wales. The Hong Kong team, looking at their team makeup, looks fine. Austria, I think actually when I looked at, we pair worse into Wales than we did Austria. So I'm excited about handing Austria a loss in that pod phase would be icing on the cake, really.
How does Hong Kong have a separate team?
What's FIFA rules? So
There's so much venom whenever you say FIFA rules.
because it makes no sense, John. It doesn't make sense that we're using
Is it
FIFA
just
rules.
a city? Yeah. Okay, cool.
I don't
It
know,
used
man.
to technically be an independent nation state of the UK, and then it was
Right.
given independence, sort of, not really.
Yeah.
And I don't want to talk about this anymore, but
Yeah,
the
we're
FIFA
gonna-
rules.
FIFA
rules.
goddamn rules.
If you have a country a team on FIFA, you can play WTC.
It's not like we're talking about Team Taiwan here. Look, like
Listen, dude.
all right. Yeah, anyway, moving on. So, John,
Yes.
how interesting of a competition is the WTC? Are you going to be paying attention this year?
Yeah,
You
are
know-
you guys?
I'm actually intrigued on the team's format. It seems like a good idea. I like I can just coast and let others achieve success
Mhm.
in my wake. That's the best part about teams for me, is I can just not contribute and still feel like a winner. It's not like a singles event where you have to really try your hardest at all times.
Right.
You don't
You
get
can kind of, swim in the wake
Yeah.
right.
of
Right.
other players, so to speak.
It's the mech system
So
for
Jack is saying Dickie wants to play his Fulgrim without being judged that it is not competitive. Listen, I have taken so much shit about. Listen, he wasn't that bad. All right,
Dude.
wasn't that bad.
Dickie wants to take Fulgrim so bad to a comp event, but he made his team take 6 Lancers to make
Lancers,
Fulgrim
yeah.
look less insane by comparison.
Oh, those Lancers.
It was all part of his
Those
plan.
Lancers would destroy Fulgrim. So yeah. Listen, I
Buddy,
may have made a
The
mistake.
only time I've played against Fulgrim, a couple Desolation Marines and a Ballistus destroyed Fulgrim
Come on, dude. What are we doing?
In combat.
in combat.
Love that.
It was some real good dice rolling. Don't take that as as like, yeah. But perfect. But yeah, Danny, are you excited for team events? Team events seem to be like the thing right now. And if we want to really get those clicks and those impressions, we should probably keep talking about team
You
events.
said team events.
Team events are pretty cool.
They're pretty
Yeah,
cool.
they
I mean,
are.
they are, right? Like, what a great sense of camaraderie. Especially if you're doing it with people that you care about, John.
That's fair.
Oh wow.
I think that there's more to it than just that brief physical interaction that you get when you play in singles. It's more of an all-consuming, kind of. It's a new lifestyle. You care about what the outcome is. You're emotionally involved.
It's a promise
Not
to
just
be
like
faithful to that team.
one and done, right?
Yeah.
Like for each round, it's like, no, there's 5 games or more, 8 games per round for your team.
And you have
pay
to
attention
support
to
your
all of them. You have
partner in their games as well.
Right. You have to care about what's happening in their games. You have to be a supportive partner, John.
Yeah.
What is happening?
Oh, see, teams are so exciting that the
Bored.
only
Driving me
the
boredom.
third of this
You fall
podcast that
asleep,
is
Dickie?
playing teams is falling asleep.
I think I
talking
just had
about
a
teams.
stroke. You guys said teams so many times.
Just don't make me pull out the Microsoft Teams notifications. I'm going to turn half our audience into it.
God, please no.
But
My team.
there is a massive event coming this weekend. We're not talking about the GW preview on Friday that's going to leak. I don't know, Black Templars probably.
No.
We are talking about the Tacoma Open, GW's latest open event happening. It used to be called the Seattle Open until after year 1, they realized Tacoma is quite far away from Seattle.
Yep.
And was confusing to a lot of the player base. So now we have the Tacoma Open. Dickie the slide.
Bum, bum, bum.
Danny, talk me, what are we looking at here?
What?
So we have Mob Rules, the Tacoma Scramble. And that's the way I'm looking at this, John, because our first few games of this tournament, it's going to be a real scrambled eggs type situation.
Okay.
Not just our usual toss salad fare.
I
You like
understand
what
this
I'm doing
reference now. Yeah,
Interesting.
delightful. Is how I'll respond to that. But yeah, Danny and I are both going. Executive producer superstar Nick also going with us to the Tacoma Open. They're going to be all staying in Mob Rule Studio B. And yeah, I'm excited. Let's go through. You know what? Let's give the people what they want.
I'm going to sleep in the studio, John.
What do they want?
They want to see some lists.
Okay.
And not
All right.
some,
Well, being the selfish person I am,
Yeah.
I put my list first, John.
Danny always comes first. I've heard it.
Oh, Wrath of the Rock, baby.
And the Wrath of My Rock features the lion because I got to.
Okay, yeah.
Then I have Jim Asriel.
Oh,
So full disclosure, John, I've been cracking up about this all week. I started reading or rereading rather Lion, Son of the Forest. And in the Dramatis Personae section in the very beginning of the book, it lists some of the characters in there. One of them, Dante, is in this book.
Yeah.
oh, nice.
Very briefly, and introduces him as Louis Dante. It's
pronounced Luis, but yeah.
Oh, wow.
I could not believe that was his first name. He has like a regular guy name,
That's-
not some like
It's so formal.
Gothic
too.
or Greek name. His name
Yeah.
is Louis.
Yeah.
Lewis.
So now Danny and I, whenever we talk about any 40K character or 30K or a fantasy character that has a single name, we assign them a generic first name.
Right.
First name. Oh,
So, yeah,
So
man.
Jim Asriel, as you will,
Yeah.
a lieutenant with the combi weapon, a Gravis captain with ancient weapons, and he has the chain sword. So he's got like 8 strength, 6 and 8 attacks that are -2 and 3 and 3 damage.
Mhm.
I have a regular old librarian, and then I have a Terminator chaplain with Deathwing Assault, which allows for a first turn deep strike. 5 intercessors, 6 inner circle companions, 5 Deathwing Terminator or Deathwing Knights with swords. Because with the chaplain, looking at it, like they're going to be wounding anything that's not toughness 12 on 4s anyway.
Mhm.
So they get an extra attack by taking swords, which is why I'm doing that. I got 2x3 eradicators, which I'm considering like whether or not I want to group them into a 1 unit of 6 or not, but
Right.
that doesn't really matter. 5 infiltrators, an invader ATV, 5 scouts, 10 Stern Guard veterans, and 5 Vanguard veterans. So characters join as Jim Asriel joins the Stern Guard veterans. The librarian joins the inner circle companions. So they're -1 to hit, -1 to wounds if your strength is over their toughness, and they have a 4+ infil save with him in the squad. And then the chaplain joins up with the knights and loves it.
Oh.
So yeah, it
How-
punches. It does missions really well. It's got a lot. It's not like super mobile, but I've got enough movement tricks where I feel like I can get around the table okay, especially if I'm putting stuff in
I was gonna
strategic.
say, how does this list win? Because I know what you're saying here. You
Well-
have some good mobility from the Deathwing Terminators being able to come in turn 1. The ATV kind of gets you around. The Scouts let you scout forward, obviously. Vanguards give you some speed. What kind of movement tricks are we talking about here?
Well, you've got I mean, by movement tricks, I mean I have scouts, and then I have a bunch of stuff that I put in strategic reserve. So those are the movement tricks I'm talking about, John.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
I can also re-deep strike the lion in the command phase if I want to.
Yes.
Put him
I
back
haven't
into
done
the
that
forest.
yet, but
Excellent.
I suspect that may come into play the more I play this list.
So for someone who has just read the Wrath of the Rock detachment, never seen it before in his life, what does the detachment do?
Everything, man.
Wow, that was
Um,
very, very.
Well, it just has a lot of really great strats.
What doesn't it do?
What's the
it-
rule? Like the detachment rule?
So the detachment rule is -1 to wound if your strength is if the strength of the attack is over the toughness of an infantry or mounted unit in your army,
Well, that's pretty good.
which is every unit in my list except the lion. But the lion has that rule built into his profile now.
Nice.
So everything is sort of often -1 to wound, or you're wounding them on 4s or 5s anyway. So it's kind of like having transhuman on your whole army,
Yeah.
which is great.
Yeah.
So I've really been liking that part of it. It has a bunch of really great stratagems. It has a Deathwing unit can charge in your opponent's charge phase if they're unengaged.
Mhm.
Not just heroically intervene. In fact, you could do both if you wanted to. It has a +2 strength on missile weapons for a squad if you want to, ranged weapons, which is pretty good. And then it has a 2 command point second oath target.
What is this list afraid of? Aside commitment.
No, that's a good question. I think I'd probably be worried about any army that can alpha strike my units off the table, but they're weirdly tough in a bunch of ways. So another thing, like an army with too many models that I can't really deal with, or too many other units, that can be an issue. Because I'm going to have to trade up for my units because not all my stuff slaps so hard. But yeah, also heavy armor could be an issue potentially. Like if there's a lot of vehicles, but I do have some really good tools to remove vehicles in the lion, and the Stern Guard veterans are actually pretty efficient at it because they all have dev wounds. They get to reroll wounds against my oath target, and with Azrael in the squad, they get sustained.
Jim.
And they can do a lot of work.
Nice.
Dickie, as a professional 40K coach, what's your thoughts on this list?
Professional. I think I have to be paid to be professional. Yeah, I think it looks great. I think it looks like a lot of fun. I really the Stern Guard vets are like an unsung hero in a lot of Marine lists these days.
So cheap too.
Yeah, super cheap. I really like a lot of it. I like the lion. I've only seen him once or twice on the table, but I know he's kind of has a new lease on life currently. So I think this is going to do well. I don't think he's going to go 4-4, Seth. I think he's going to go much better than that.
5-3.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. That's a winning record, bitch.
Oh no!
But not everyone can get best overall, Seth, and get a golden ticket. Okay, like I'm here. I'm gonna have fun. I think this list is cool. I think I can pilot it okay.
And also, you're gonna have people going like, "What does this do? What does your army do?" Like the whole time.
It's just a bunch of crap, man. Yeah.
And that's such a great segue onto my army, which is going to be my 1-7 champions. If we want to move on to the next one here.
Yeah.
Okay.
I own about 9,000 points of painted Death Guard. I own about the same in Chaos Knights. That seems like it's a little like I wouldn't have a built-in excuse if I lost with those.
Yeah.
So I took some Blood Angels instead.
Blue Angels, you say?
Blue Angels. And then, yeah, we have this wasn't my list name. My list name was right in the bow. But this is John Hammer's Angels and Liberator AB.
That's what you put there, dude. I don't know what to tell you.
That's what I wrote.
That's who I wrote. Okay.
It's Liberator AB. In Liberator AB is the blood type. Or also you can look at this as a musical number.
That's fair. So I
think Blood Angels are probably the most musical loyalist chapter.
as you're beating me, I will be singing to you. So if it's Scary beating me, it's going to be just the most annoying table that's
Perfect.
ever existed.
Mhm.
My list went through a whole ton of iterations as I kind of figured out what worked, what didn't. I kept a lot of what didn't work, but I just thought it was kind of cool, and I think that's the way you should make lists. I have a captain with a jump pack, I have a chaplain with a jump pack with good old speed of the Primarch for a once a game fights first. I have John Memphiston, who was an addition to my list on Saturday morning. And then I have a Judicar with a gift of foresight, which means once a battle round, I can just make a damage or a wound roll of 6. I know it does other stuff too, but it just lets me fish for dev wounds a little bit more efficiently.
Mhm.
And then I have 5 intercessors, an impulsor, 5 assault intercessors. Sorry, 5 jump pack intercessors, not assault intercessors. 2 Ballistic Dreads, 6 Blade Guard Vets, 10 Death Company with jump packs, 5 Desolation Marines. That's right, I brought the Nerf boys. 3 Inceptors with Plasma, 6 Sanguinary Guard, and 2 times 5 Scouts. It is my trash pile, and it is sitting beautifully, actually, just off to the side here.
Ooh.
But I'm excited for it. Like I said, I had some panicky times. Like up until Saturday, I had like Dante and 3 more Sanguinary Guard in the list.
Mm.
And I kind of took them out because like I made a joke that it was just the list was all hammers. But like if all you have is hammers, when you try and hang something, you're not going to have a wall left. So I was like, I should probably try and score some
That's an
points.
interesting way to look at it. Yeah.
Because yeah,
That's
if you just
interesting.
keep on hitting the wall, and so I was like, I got to try and score some stuff. So Memphiston coming in, he's mobile. He is no slouch in close combat. He is lone op, so I can kind of that idea is kind of leave him on a back objective, sort of out in the open, where you can't shoot him and you can charge him, but he's not that much of a slouch in close combat. Some scouts for screening, some plasma inceptors to honestly block a path turn 2 that instantly die. And then the real workhorses, the Sanguinary Guard and the Blade Guard. And then the important thing is because the captain leads the Sanguinary Guard, they get to reroll their charge, as do the jump pack Death Company. So I'm trying to build in sort of redundancies for poor dice rolls. And that's what I did. They all come in, of course, the Liberator Assault Group. I like the extra strength. I like the extra attacks. And the reason I have one big squad of 6 Sanguinary Guard was just after, and yeah, they're going to die if anyone focuses on them, but their toughness 4 Marine bodies are going to die if anything focuses on them. But just trying to do some of the math about what can take down a knight fairly reliably in one turn. And I feel with the buffs from the captain, I can give them Lance. I feel like a squad of Sanguinary Guard can take down a knight, or at least incredibly cripple it. I don't think 2-3 men can.
All right.
Fair enough.
That's just me. Yeah, I'm excited to play it. It's pretty fast. Or I guess it's the nice split. The fast parts are fast. The slow parts kind of just hang out and shoot from the backfield. I love the Desolation Marines. Every time I play them, I'm told they're terrible, but that's okay. They can hide in a ruin.
It's just a backfield unit.
Yeah. And I have so many of them. And then, like, I even read my rules this week, guys. That's how dedicated I am to Tacoma. And I found out the intercessors get more shots if they shoot the same target, which they already do.
Weird, right? Like, yeah, it's like almost like, oh, I'm splitting 3 intercessors over here and 2 over here.
Yeah. No, who knew? Like, they get like 20 shots or something stupid like that from a little tiny unit. So I'm excited. It's not going to go fantastically well performance wise. I am going to have a great time though. This list wins by scoring early and then dying.
Okay.
That is sort of my play style of kind of big early gambles, hoping that I score enough to win is where I'm kind of going with this one.
Like it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Like it.
Dickie, as a professional 40K judge,
I have to be paid. Yep. Go ahead.
and things like that. Here's $1. Not Canadian though. Well, actually Canadian. It'll cost us less.
That's less.
What's your take on the Angels and Liberator AB?
I've been really impressed with the Blade Guard. I imagine that's why you took them. There is it 1 6-man? It's a big.
It's
big
1
chunky boy?
6-man led by a Judicar in an Impulsor.
Yeah, that unit is so badass. I like it a lot. The Desolation Marines are interesting. I haven't seen that unit being used in a long time,
Mhm.
so I'm excited to see. I mean, what it can do these days with the kind of the tougher chassis, the tougher hull meta that we kind of have with knights
Yeah.
and death guards. So it'll be interesting what they do. But it looks like it's got a lot of hammer, brother, and I love a good hammer.
A lot of hammer.
Loves to get hammered.
The occasional screwdriver, but in an addition of a Phillips
Oh,
head
geez.
screwdriver,
I thought you were gonna
this
say
guy's a
something else.
flathead.
Okay.
And then we're gonna go over Nick. Next week's episode is going to be like a special pre-recorded issue episode where we're good God, we're going to go through.
That's a very alluring. Like, who took that?
It's what he sent me with his list. I don't know what he's.
Wow.
I just want to point out it says over here, Sergeant Lonely.
So, no doubt.
On Patreon, thank you for letting us use your art.
Yeah,
I don't know Danny's
we didn't ask,
but yeah. So next week's episode is going to be pre-recorded. We're going to record some this Thursday pre-tournament when everyone is in and excited and hopeful. We're going to record some on Saturday when everyone's sad and depressed and just fuck this. And then we'll record some on Sunday where we have actual balanced views of the weekend and the event in general. Right. But Danny, as someone who knows nothing about Eldari, tell us about Warhost Tacoma.
So Nick's creatively named Eldari Warhost Tacoma.
This is a man, by the way, with a creative profession.
Right, I know.
He creates for a living, and he called his Eldari Warhost Tacoma.
Yeah, what was yours called again?
Well, my official one was called Right in the Bow.
Okay. Yeah, that's right. And mine is called The Wrath of My Rock.
Another penis joke.
Right. Well, that's what people come here for. That's why they pay us the big bucks, John.
2 dick jokes, 2 lists.
In like about an hour.
In about an hour. And Nick gives you the location and detachment type in his name.
Unbelievable. It's so organized. Anyway, he's got an Autarch, an Avatar, Paul Avatar. He's bringing Paul Avatar.
Good old Paul.
Can I just say, Danny, when I told Dickie to add the word Paul in front of Avatar, the name Paul Avatar and the personality that the demon of Cain would have being called Paul just cracked me up. Like, I'm imagining this giant melting fire monster with the personality of Jerry from Rick and Morty, but complaining like, this is my space in the freezer.
Hey, speaking of Jerry, let's talk about Jerry Fuegan. And then we also have Jane Czar and Cindy Lycus. There's a Wave Serpent, 5 Dark Reapers, a Falcon, 10 Fire Dragons, 10 Howling Banshees, 2x5 Rangers, a Shadow Weaver, 5 Swooping Hawks, a single Warlock Skyrunner, and 2x5 Warp Spiders. It's a lot of little crap. And there's an Avatar that one note that he told me to talk about in this list is the Avatar will almost certainly be held in reserve.
Oh, okay. So how do I destroy this?
So yeah, you just have to get a bead on his units. So the first thing you have to do is you're going to have to break. If you want to get at the meat, you're going to have to break the Wave Serpent. But it's probably going to be hard because it's going to be this army's going to hide a lot. So the way to beat this list, John, is to be extremely aggressive. I know that doesn't sound like, but this list can't. You could like just go hard on this list, like go all out, and if you can wipe out the Banshees or the Dragons, that's like really the only hammer you have to worry about. I feel like. So if you're Avatar, if he's not there, you'll have to worry about the Avatar when he's on the table.
If you're going to Tacoma, that's how you beat this person. Danny is single-handedly attempting to give him an 0-8 weekend because we need a variety of perspectives. I'm pretty solid.
Nick told me that he wanted to go 0-8.
I'm pretty solid in the mid tables. Danny, you're pretty solid upper mid. I would say.
No, mid, yeah.
That we need that bottom table perspective. So go hard.
John's like, I'm not doing it this time.
Please don't make me do it again. I tried this time. I have a balanced list that is fun and fluffy, but it's balanced. It should in theory work. It won't, but it should in theory.
Right.
How tired do you think you're going to be on Sunday? How excited are you going to be to play those
Do
games?
you know how long it's been since I've played a 2-day event with more than 10 models? It's been over a year since I've not played
dude.
Chaos Knights. So I'm honestly just excited to do something different. I'm excited. I've wanted to try and crack Marines for a while because I feel it's an army everyone should have a good basic knowledge / ability with. Because they're always going to be some level of okay. So if GW was to come tomorrow and nuke all of my armies into the sun for being too powerful, like I said, I have Death Guard over there. I have Chaos Knights. I've got World Eaters. I've got Necrons all ready to go over there. But if those were to be nuked down, they will never nuke Marines down to the point where they are unplayable.
No, you'll always have an army if you build this, John.
So I feel it's really important to have a good handle on Marines. It's never probably going to go like for the average person, like 8-0, fantastic all the time. But it's important for me that I have a base. Because as well, I've played skew lists for so long. Like even back when I was doing like Necrons, and I've always done skew lists. While that's super helpful for me to grow as a player by being really good at certain aspects of things, like through Knights, learning when to, just because you're big and powerful, to hold back and only really go when it's time to go, and kind of recognizing when that time is. That's a useful muscle. With Necrons, where I was just doing Annihilation Legion spam with just hundreds of models. That taught me sort of about positioning and kind of different cool little movement tricks and things to do. Whereas I haven't really done an all-rounder list in a while, and the list I'm taking, I feel, is a pretty all-round list, where I have to do some of those movement shenanigans. I have to wait for my go turn. There's going to be times where I'm like, I really want to pull the Sanguinary Guard down now, but this isn't the right time to do it. So I'm hopeful to learn and kind of grow from this, just to make it sound as much like a job interview as possible. My main thing is like looking to kind of grow. I mean, what about you, Danny? You've taken some form of Dark Angels for a long time. This is your first 2-dayer with Dark Angels in this edition, I believe.
Yeah. Is it my first in this edition? No, I don't think so, but it's definitely the first. It's definitely the first that I've played in a while. And I'm excited to. I just want a winning record, John. That's all I really want.
Yeah.
And so like I think that I can do that. I've been playing Dark Angels now quite a bit. Since God, when did I start playing them? It was like earlier this, like probably almost a year now. I played pretty much just Dark Angels. So it's about time that they got painted. I'll say that.
We played with when the Lion came out up in Alaska on the patio.
We did.
Yeah. I remember because you were excited to use the Lion.
I had Hellblasters. That was 10th, right? Yeah, that was
10th. And that was like Hellblasters and all kinds of the crazy fun tricks of 10th. Again, that kind of goes to having a kind of a good Marine knowledge as a great place to have a base on. That's just something that came to me right now. Dickie, what's your take on knowing Marines?
On just knowing Marines in general.
Yeah, being able to pilot a Marine list. How important is that?
I mean, I don't know if it's like wildly important in the grand scheme of the hobby officially. So
kill yourself.
All right. Damn, dude.
Damn.
Well, why do you think Marines are like the be all end all of the hobby?
I didn't say they were the be all end all. I said it made you a more rounded, better player when you knew how to pilot Marines, because they would never be super nerfed. And you would always have an army that was viable.
Marines haven't been bad.
There's been some really shitty moments in history that
yeah,
Marines have been bad.
But it's never talking about Pearl Harbor, Dickie.
It's usually when Knights are good. That Marines suck.
I don't know, man. I think it's fine. I think they're fine. They'll be fine. Don't over stress yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just play World Eaters. Enjoy the combat phase. It's the most interesting phase of the game.
This is the first army I've had in a long time where I get to participate in multiple phases.
Yeah.
And it's going to be exhausting.
Yeah.
It's the best, dude.
Like the crazy thing is, like, if you look at all of the different like, that's a good topic for later, but all of the different iterations of this list that I'm taking from what I thought would be good at the very start, which was incredibly fast and incredibly mobile, but so shit, like just terrible.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna do a school list. It's all gonna be speed and like the slightest gust of air, like a gun from a small unit, just wipes out units by itself.
Yeah, like bolters are so like, why are bolters so lame? They're like the coolest gun, but they're just so lame. Danny, why are bolters so lame?
Well, because they should just be bolt rifles. If they were bolt rifles, they'd be much better. Because they don't have any AP, Dickie. Nobody cares about any gun that doesn't have any AP.
That's what I'm saying. Or if it's like AP1 no cover, that's cool too. That's like, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Like, I don't know though. Intercessors have so many shots.
They do have a lot of shots.
If you give them lethal or something like that, man, I could really see that list being good.
I did not realize that. And then, again, this goes to show, like, because I was like, I'm going to be good. I'm going to read my rules. And then I realized I took a bunch of different units and that every Marine unit has multiple different rules that just apply to that unit. But like the intercessors for their 2 extra shots, I'm like, why am I not taking more intercessors?
Yeah.
Like that was my main takeaway. But then I fall into the trap I always fall into, where I just take a shitload of AP 0 strength 4 hits.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Like one time I charged Danny's Demon Prince of Slanesh with Assault Marines, and I'm like, eat all of these chain swords. I have like 1,000 attacks. And he was like, 2 wounds.
LOL.
I'm like, oh. And then he's like, remove from the table. A big preview coming this Friday. I'm assuming it's pre-recorded because I don't think there's been an announcement of any actual at Tacoma events. And honestly, why would you take new release miniatures to Tacoma? What are we expecting to see?
Oh man.
Let's see. I think Chaos Dwarves sounds like
the Age of Sigmar exclusive Chaos Warden. Yes, absolutely.
That would be cool.
Maybe Marines 2.0.
Do you think people would be the big mad about that?
I mean, it doesn't matter.
No, it's going to come anyway.
I mean, they're just going to do it anyway. Look, if the edition if we're not getting the new edition next year, like they may be doing that.
I wouldn't be a new edition next year. We absolutely are. 30K. I was going through stuff in my head I want to talk to you guys about.
Yeah,
sure.
I think there'll probably be some kind of 30K announcement because it's the new big thing coming out.
It's the new big thing that the old crusties dislike amazingly. Some of the feedback we've got about this new edition of 30K is they've simplified everything by making it far more complicated.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what they were thinking with this edition. It seems kind of weird. It'll be interesting to see how it all kind of comes together, makes a nice milkshake. You know what I mean? The heresy milkshake that those nerds love.
You know how it came together, right? I'll show you. They're going to be like,
whoa, who is that?
And then they're going to fight Titans. And then they're going to do this and that. And they're like, oh, yeah, like the destroyers are? I'm like, no destroyers, stupid playtester, man.
Only plastic kits.
Only plastic kits. Oh, what about all these cool? No. Idiot boy.
Maybe these Primarchs that don't have plastic kits, they can get. Oh, and the character series models that we're keeping. Those two. Those don't get. Those will stay in.
Anything with a profit margin less than 70% goes away. And he's got a habit to feed. And then, like I said, Black Templar started leaking.
Yeah.
So I'm sure we'll see some of that this weekend. I think I read somewhere that they lose Oath of Moment.
Really?
That's very interesting.
That'd be wild.
Which is
or maybe it's designed to play with the new Marine book. I don't know.
Which makes me very sad because I very much like that little crutch. But yeah, I think it was replaced by some kind of stupid little prayer thing that they do. But it makes sense that the different Marine books don't get Oath, and they get their own super special thing. I just hope mine doesn't suck.
Yeah, you'll be fine, buddy.
It'll be fine.
Probably. Closing thoughts. Danny, what are you most excited for Tacoma?
I'm excited to play some games, see my friends, mostly those things. Doing some day drinking.
We're going to go play some mini golf on Thursday.
That's
Amazing.
exciting.
Very excited.
Well, I figured the best way to ensure we were in the proper mindset for competitive competition was to go play mini golf. Maybe we can go pet an alpaca or pet some animals as well. There's a petting zoo here. There's kangaroos.
That's
kangaroos.
weird.
Yeah.
You're gonna take me there to get me kangaroo fever before we have to play, so you can be the best performing member of the Mob Rules team. I see how it is.
Capybara. There's capybaras. They feel very rough. This is a heads up.
Yeah, it seems like they'd be wiry.
Yeah, very wiry. Just it's an aside. Yeah, I'm excited to hang out, have some good times. I think one of the most exciting things for me is going to be the recording on Thursday and Saturday and Sunday.
That'll be fun.
Because that is probably going to be audio only because I don't want to figure out cameras and lip syncs. But
yeah,
really reminds me of, and Dickie refused to pay for his own flight down and take time off of work.
Austria is kind of far away.
Yeah. How dare he? But I'm excited because it harkens back to how Danny and I used to record before he moved away for school, and then he moved back, and then I moved away for work. Like we were just we would sit around the table or even outside with just long ass wires and the worst wire management you've ever seen, and just shoot the shit. And that's what next week's going to be. So
that's why we didn't film it, because we were afraid of OSHA.
That's true. They come down hard on podcasts.
They do.
Really?
Yeah.
One of the places they really feel like they can make a lot of safety inroads is podcasts, which are famously very dangerous.
Not factories. Gosh, no. They're fine.
No. Whoa. We don't do safety regulations anymore, dude. That's not what this country is about. This country is about profit. This country is about tariffs, John. And you, of all people, should know that.
How serious do you guys get with mini golf? Are you going to be really, really digging your heels in about shot count and stuff?
What have I told you that this mini golf course, the grass on the holes is falling away, and the rocks that go along the side are no longer cemented down.
Yeah.
I hope you guys are ready to see, because I am very competitive at mini golf. Have you ever seen someone lay down to take a shot poker style with the back end of their putter?
I don't know, Danny. What have I told you that the putters are too small for me?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
John, that doesn't matter if I'm laying down. Sniper position, shooting that ball like
billiards position.
I'm also, let me share an aspect of my wife's hospitality as well. Do you know what she has done?
What?
She has prepared snack baskets for each of you guys.
Oh, that is so nice.
Like a little plastic tub with 10 different varieties of candy and chip and things like that. If this whole employment thing doesn't work out, I'm just going to buy a house and have her run it as an Airbnb.
I was going to say, why don't you just run your house as an Airbnb and you're good to go?
Oh, buddy, it's tempting. Well, let me tell you. Big temps. Yeah, that is it for our pre-Tacoma preview. I'm just happy I finalized the list. I'm happy I finished painting, so I can go and get everything else together. We will be back next Tuesday. Should we put it up? Well, we'll let Dickie decide if it goes up on the YouTubes or if it just goes out as a podcast. Maybe he'll put a picture of Sergeant Lonely here to help drive that engagement.
That thing's going to get us demonetized. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm pretty sure I see that lady's nipple. I'm it.
Oh, you can't.
No,
You can't.
It's right
Don't worry.
here, right there.
That's not a.
No.
That's
That's
an
not
O.
a nipple. That's an O, Dickie.
That's an O?
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense.
But yeah, we'll be back next week for the tournament experience. And then all three of us will be back 2 weeks from now for a lovely post Tacoma only hands where I'm just going to paint for fun.
I think I'm like very close to jumping on a plane to Austria too. So that's whoo, man, things are moving fast, boys.
They are.
Yeah. Time is an ever moving circle.
It is a angry, the angry, hateful lady.
Or man. Don't be
man.
sexist.
Yeah.
Man can ruin things too, Dickie, regardless of what you think. But until next time, thank you for joining along. Let us know in the comments how you think we'll do, what our records will be, and how terrible our lists are. And no, I'm not splitting the Sanguinary Guard into 2 units of 3.
Clearly, someone's already said that. Yeah, okay.
But for Mob Rules, I've been John.
I've been Danny.
I've been Dickie.
And in Tacoma,
Kill yourself.